The Call of Duty game series can be called the leader of the first-person shooter genre. The latest title in this game series is called Call of Duty: Vanguard. In Call of Duty Vanguard, we see the presence of special mechanisms. Accordingly, before its release, we intend to introduce the game Call of Duty Vanguard. Join us as we explore Call of Duty Vanguard. Maybe we should first take a look at the story of Call of Duty: Vanguard. The main campaign of Call of Duty: Vanguard is about a group of diverse soldiers with different tastes who cross their differences to pursue a specific goal, and this goal is nothing but stopping the Nazi conspiracy and secret plan in the last days of World War II. Not the second. The task of the soldiers mentioned in Call of Duty WW2 Vanguard and the work that these soldiers do is in fact a virtual representation of the real-world version of soldiers whose struggles are one head and neck above all other forces, and these soldiers are the same forces. They are considered the Special Forces. Although the story of Call of Duty Vanguard may seem a bit ambitious to many, this video game gives us an experience we can empathize with, and that experience is completing a mission with a bunch of people of our choice. We have not done, and strong friendships have been established with these people in the process of carrying out this mission. According to the writing team behind Call of Duty Vanguard, the process of writing the campaign for this game has been a very special and meaningful experience for these writers. This team of writers has used Marty Morgan as a historical consultant to draw on the insight of this great historian to address and draw on lesser-known World War II stories. Accordingly, in some parts of the story campaign of the game Call of Duty: Vanguard, we see the presence of special dialects of the characters, each of whom played a special role in the process of World War II. For example, the authors have researched the dialects and behavioral patterns of British soldiers for British characters at the time, and in order to make the main character of the game, Lucas Riggs, who is considered an Australian, special research has been done on the Australian language. Each of the heroes of Call of Duty: Vanguard game has its own special dialect that is unique to them, and this was achieved through very careful research in this field. In the following, we are with you by reviewing the gameplay of Vanguard game. Regarding the gameplay of Vanguard game, the first category that we want to mention is the campaign of this game. In the single-player campaign section of Call of Duty Vanguard, we see the presence of a quadrangle from the front lines of World War II, which includes the Civil War, the Eastern and Western fronts, and the North African campaign, respectively. According to the storytelling team of Sledgehammer Games Studio, in the single-player part of Call of Duty Vanguard, we will see an increasing emphasis on familiarizing players with different perspectives on unpaid stories of multinational heroes. On the other side of the story, we are faced with the multiplayer part of the Call of Duty Vanguard game, in which there are more than 20 different maps. 16 of these maps in Call of Duty WW2 Vanguard contain the main modes of the game, while the other 4 are specific to the mode called Champion Hill, which we see for the first time in Call of Duty Vanguard. In the multiplayer part of Call of Duty Vanguard, in addition to seeing the return of the gunsmith system in a much more advanced form, we also see the presence of another mechanism called the caliber mechanism, which adds special elements of destructible environments to the maps. In Call of Duty Vanguard, we also have a very special anti-cheat system, as well as a new map that will be released in the future. Like Cold War in Call of Duty WW2 Vanguard, we see a combination mechanism of the game with another title called Call of Duty: Warzone, through which players will be able to use the weapons and items in both titles. Another thing about Call of Duty Vanguard is the return of the Zombies mode in a collaborative way, which we see in this title, and Sledgehammer has partnered with Treyarch to make it.